Hey, welcome back, everybody. Of course, this is Dr. Keith McNally, and it's a casual Thursday for me here in my office. And so today I want to talk to you about creating that culture in your classroom, a culture of learning. And today I want to talk to you about it from the perspective of its physical space. And the backstory today is transition. And so how are we transitioning into a learning culture? And I'm going to take my own personal experience here. Of course, my daughter has graduated from the fifth grade and will be entering the sixth grade pretty soon. And so at first, there was a whole lot of anxiety, both for me and of course for her, on how we're making that transition and how we're going to make that transition successfully. And so we had our first open house. And so she got to meet her teachers and she got to take a look at the physical building. We were inside the building. And so all of that's really good. And so her anxiety is lessened, but there's some still she's going to be in a new place. She's going to be in a brand new place and she's going to be there for a couple of years. And so one of the things I always suggest and always talk about is how do we use project-based learning as a culture for learning? And so what really needs to take place in the classroom? So a lot of times we talk about, or at least I talk about, the process of PBL. And the process of PBL always includes, asking questions, solving problems, working as teams, and giving presentations and doing a whole lot of research. But that's the learning process. But there's a whole lot more that goes on in terms of creating culture. And so what do I mean by culture and where do we start? So culture starts with the physical space. And so what I'm going to do now is just ask you a bunch of questions to say, hey, let's take a look at your physical space. Does it inspire, does it inspire learning? Does it inspire creativity? Does it inspire students wanting to be there? And so, you know, take a look, before school starts or even while school is in session, take a look at your physical space, take a look at how the students' desks are organized. Are they organized in a very factory oriented structure, or are they organized where students can actually are wanting to learn? Take a look at where your own desk space is, what's around it, what's on it, and how does that inspire curiosity and inspiration for your students or even for yourself? Are you challenged? Or are you doing things the same way that you've been doing for months, years, and if not decades in the classroom? Are you doing things in the same way all the time? Think about how you introduce a lesson at the time of the classroom. Are you going in there and doing it the same way that you did yesterday? Or are you going to do something a little bit different? Or are you going to challenge yourself and in so doing challenge your students to kind of be taking risks? So it involves how the physical classroom is organized, what's on the walls, how space is identified, and does it really inspire, again, curiosity, inquiry, wanting to learn? And this starts with the physical space and what students see and even what you see around you. So is it the same old, or are you ready to start something new? Take risks and take challenges. So I leave that in your corner. I pass the ball on to you. Hopefully this was of value to you, and I'll see you next time. Take care.